Good evening, sir, and good evening, classmates. Um, by the way, this is my presentation or my pre-presentation after or before you approve my final paper. So this is my discussion after the things that I have researched about my topic. So this is my presentation about my topic gathered about the informations gathered from the topic given or uh, chosen. So Jonah and the whale and a controversial gigantic fish in the Old Testament. All right. So the purpose of this study is to present the highlight argumentative issue about the controversial whale on Jonah's time. So there's a question here: was he really survive? So if we uh, go in the details in the Bible, if we ask the Bible or if we go details on the Bibles, if we go to the statement from the Old Testament, he did survive, right? He really survived. Then the second question is how come? That's the question. How Jonah survived, or how is it true, or is it mhm, um how or give this paper will give highlights on the real explanation on the survival of Jonah. Okay, so I approach my work by giving justice on the sayings of others, like giving their statement a place to clarify my paper. So my paper is not just my own thought, but it also refers to the or it also give justice to the explanation of other proponents or other author. Furthermore, giving a comparative analysis on what the proponents were saying and the mystery of God. So uh, it also talk about the proponents' perspectives and also a comparison to the mystery on the unfathomable power of God in the midst of Jonah's situation. So that's uh, how I give or approach this work, to give justice to the proponents' perspectives and to dig also to the theology or the mystery of God, or the miracle that dwells in the situation of Jonah that time. Okay? In instance, is it really possible to survive in hectic situation with a whale inside its mouth? So I already talked or discussed this one earlier in my previous slide, that it is not easy to survive. So Jonah, because of God, yes. So in the time of Jonah, he did survive because in the explanation of theology, uh, yes, we cannot question or we cannot fathom God's greatness or God's immeasurable power. All right. So number two, it also gives justice to hearken, one of my proponents in this paper. He discusses about hectic time for us to survive inside the whale due to our capability of breathing. So it is not easy. It's not easy to dwell on the situation. Same with Juna that time. If we rely on the physical or the real or the physiology aspects of explanation. So in addition, it matters also with the absence of oxygen. So in our physical body, we have the things that we survive, like breathing, the in and out of air. So if we lack that one, definitely we have we could we will die, definitely. So my explanation to this, sir, is um Harkins give justice to his own perspective about the survival of a man inside the mouth, or in the situation like Jonah. So if we put aside the situation with God that time with Jonah, so uh it has less percentage to survive due to our capability of breathing and um nature of our nature as a man as well, because we have in our biology, we can also relate that to our biology, that we need breathing, or we need to have air to survive, right? And next, so in my discussion in my position paper, I have my own thought on where I stand amidst this argumentative topic that I have, and there are some proponents who are the same with my own perspective as well. So I presume that I have only my own perspective, but accidentally I researched that my perspective is also the perspective of one author. So honestly, if we take a look on the situation, it has less possibility. That's my own thought before. It's impossible to survive because I already discussed that for our physiology aspects. We have our breathing, we have our if we talk biology as well. So that's it. And that's it. We have less possibility to survive if we rely on the physiology aspects, because that's also my own thought before I research about this argumentative topic, or the topic that I have for my position paper. All right. I agree with what Brandon Mayer uh, to- in 2017. He says it would be exceedingly difficult to survive such an experience, and the chances are stacked against you if you are unfortunate enough to be placed in such a situation, and supported with this verse as a line as well to my thought that God's people are in distress. He may offer supernatural method. As a result, we cannot fathom God's plan, God's power, and His greatness. So definitely God displays, according to John 9, verse 7, God displays His power over our weakness. So um, before I gathered information, that's my own perspective, and give high it give once I started my position paper, I researched and reviewed some of the proponents that also the same of to my perspective, the same this one. It 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 is difficult for us to survive, like what Brandon Mayer said, and also it added to in theology. If we talk about the power of God, we cannot question for that. So my opinion regarding this issue is that in physiology, we cannot survive, or if we stuck on the whale's stomach, it would really give us less percentage to survive due to its nature of manufacturing food. In conclusion, the nature of a whale definitely will eat us, and the man that have been eaten will be digested to the whale's stomach, and that could lead him die. So if I submit my paper, sir, my final paper, you will see there many proponents saying that there's a lot of procedures. There's a lot of procedures how to survive. Uh, one one of which saying that you can use your knife to cut the entire entire body, or the body of the whale to, and another are you can punch the stomach of the whale so that the whale will going to vomit, or you will be vomit, or you will come out from the stomach of the whale. So that's the methods, the perspective of some proponents from my paper. So, but if we talk about theology, that's already no question. So there is no question that God reveals miracles to showcase that He is the true God. I did not put the verse there. The verse, if I'm not mistaken, the verse is located at uh, 1 John 5:20. 1 John 5:20. So He really a true God. Then my findings are, when we are being eaten by a huge creature, less possibility for survival, especially in the ocean, because we are doing some initiatives to breath, get out from the stomach of the creature. And another thing is, would probably put us in unconscious mind after all. So mawalaan taog, malimuot, so definitely it will put us or lead us to death. Or it will definitely uh, to unconscious thing. So however, in theology, balik-balik lang sir, it explains clear and new argumentation from physiology and physical findings because of the mystery of God. When we talk about mystery, as I researched that, when we say mystery, that's what we say that God, the immeasurable, uh, the immeasurable doing of the hands of God. So we cannot elaborate the moving of hands of God. The same on Jonah's survival under unconscious situation inside the stomach of the gigantic whale. So my recommendations are making our mind open. So about the physiology, physical nature of something, and the theology, because they have different perspectives and different beliefs. So for us to be able to grasp the information really, we should not rely on one perspective. We also give justice to the other perspectives like theology, like physiology aspects of explanations, physical nature of explanation about gigantic fish, so that we could have we will have balance in understanding about the argumentative uh, issue. Uh, the same with my topic. Okay, so another thing is readings aside from the reference that I have in this paper. So probably you other researcher, or the person or the people who reads or who read my position paper will give them enlightenment when we go deeper to the other proponents or other author. So don't close don't do not close your um, understanding in a box. So go beyond from the box. All right. Paper to give a blossom picture with regards this debatable issue in the Old Testament of the Holy Bible. So I think that's all, sir. And thank you for giving me a chance to present my position paper, even though the the school have not permitted me uh, to enter their Zoom link. So thank you so much, sir, for your consideration, and God bless you.